Well, yesterday we received probably the greatest news of the last 2 weeks, and then also received some of the worst news of the last 2 weeks. From layoffs going on to Respawn finally speaking out about the cheater situation. We even got a little bit of an update on ranked duos, and a lot to dive into and discuss in today's video. If you guys want to stay up to date with all things going on, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if this video gets over 500 likes, then I'll just eat a chicken sandwich in the next video. All right, firstly, let's dive into and discuss what happened with these layoffs. So yesterday I got really worried. I started to panic because I saw some of my favorite developers in Apex Legends post some really concerning tweets after some really bad news that we had received from a lot of these news Twitter accounts. So Kotaku had basically said EA has announced that it's cutting 5% of its workforce, or roughly 670 people. This brings the total number of industry layoffs in 2024 to 8,100, or actually a little bit over. So really unfortunate news. And then it wasn't long after that, Alpha Intel posted that EA was canceling their upcoming Star Wars FPS game that was actually in development by Respawn Entertainment as part of today's layoffs. Respawn will focus on Apex Legends instead and Star Wars Jedi series moving forward. So of course, after this, I started to see some really concerning tweets from some of our favorite Apex developers, and I got worried about maybe their job being in jeopardy. But basically, Pav said that it looks like he has a job for now, but unfortunately other teams at EA were not so lucky. Tyler Owens, the build engineer for Apex, said that he's safe in his role at Respawn and commend the Apex leadership for their communication with the team today. However, this does not feel good at all. Tyler also said he's tired of working in the video game industry because this seems to be so common, unfortunately. Moy had also made everybody go crazy because we saw that he posted a broken heart emoji, and we thought that maybe he was affected, but he said what's going on in the industry is extremely disheartening, and days like today are happening too often. I'm so grateful and love expressing my comments. I have not been affected by the layoffs, but I know many can't say the same, and I truly feel for them. Dimitri also saying the idea of a dream company is dead. My dream is to work somewhere that doesn't destroy my life so I can pay for my little hobbies like music, sports, and staring at the ceiling, while occasionally being praised for my work as if I didn't burn myself out to get there. So really unfortunate news as EA is making a massive pivot, laying off multiple employees, and it looks like even one of the games is being affected. And so far, Respawn has not necessarily acknowledged that Apex Legends specifically has been affected a lot, but of course a lot of these other teams over at EA have, unfortunately. But after that really bad news, it thankfully was followed up with some really great news earlier this morning. Thank you to Stone Cold for tagging me in this over on Twitter. But Alpha Intel had posted some amazing news after all of these content creators, all of these pros, and all of us really have stressed and, you know, basically voiced our concerns that cheating is really bad, and his Watson even saying that it's the worst that it's ever been in Apex Legends history. Respawn says that an investigation is happening into the cheating situation in Apex Legends. We can't share specifics to avoid tipping the cheaters off in our anti-cheat efforts, but please know that we have an entire team dedicated to anti-cheat efforts who are on this situation. Now, of course, it's good to hear that, but it always sucks because they're never going to tell us what's actually going on because they're trying to stay ahead of the cheaters. However, I do have some more not so good news that I saw yesterday, and honestly, I've been preaching this for quite some time, that I felt like the Apex, or honestly any game's anti-cheat, will probably never be able to make it past what they're actually doing in the cheating world. You just can't keep up anymore. So this was coming from Zach Dubs and also Nade Shot, saying, bad news, gentlemen, we're all screwed. Barring some divine intervention from Activision or man up top himself, Call of Duty is going to be infested with cheaters, and honestly Apex as well, for the foreseeable future. Good luck, boys, and stay safe. Godspeed. Turns out Zach Dubs had posted Warzone cheats had gotten so advanced that they're actually able to turn off automatically in-game when being, quote, investigated by Ricochet. If they're doing this thing in Warzone, trust me, they are doing things like this, if not worse, in Apex as well. We have already saw Destroyer 2009 doing his crazy stuff a couple of videos ago. So while I'm glad to see Alpha Intel post that they're actively looking into it and that there's an investigation being opened, that's great and all, but is it really going to take us anywhere? I'm not exactly sure, but thankfully we were asking them to communicate something, and they at least did deliver on that. Now, along with all of this news, we also got some updates regarding ranked duos and the requeue feature from Straight Shot LTM. Hypermiss had put out an Apex statement on ranked duos coming straight from Respawn themselves. It says dedicated ranked duos is not currently in their plans. Big sad. But we do hear the feedback and requests, and the way that they're making it sound is that this is not out of question like solos was, unfortunately. To me, reading that type of vernacular just makes it sound like it's definitely going to come at some point in the game, but probably just not anytime soon. And I'm not going to lie, I would probably grind ranked duos way more than I would grind ranked trios. Apex also said that they're working on this requeue feature that's in the straight shot LTM, and they're also looking at a possibility right now. They love the idea, but they want to make sure they understand all the possible edge cases before committing it to other modes. I actually really do like that feature, and I used it the other day when I finally got some good teammates. As you look back over the last couple of years, you really start to understand that no matter what we say or think, honestly, we're always in somewhat of a similar situation. There's good news, there's bad news, and it feels like we're hopeless at times, and other times things feel pretty good. But it's like we all stay addicted to one game because we have this fairy tale fantasy out there that one day things will just be perfect. No cheaters, no problems, no issues, no drama, just great content. And I don't really know if we're ever going to get there, but I'm interested really, honestly, to see what you guys have to say about the state of Apex Legends down in the comments below. And until the next time, we'll see you all later, Gators.